So today's video comes courtesy of Alibele. I worked with this company a few times before. This time they sent over the Brazilian loose wave. Really long. I got 3 bundles of 28 and one 20-inch 13x4 lace frontal. So this video was kind of a fail, and then I kind of redeemed myself. Originally I wanted to dye this hair. It's really long and really pretty. So I wanted to dye it a really pretty brown color. I did that on camera for you guys, and I have the footage. I'll go through it to see if it's even any point of me sharing any of it with you, because the hair didn't take the color. I believe the product was the Garnier box dye. You guys will see. I'll kind of show you a quick clip of it. I went ahead and put that in the hair, and I let it process for quite some time, like an hour, and I got nothing. Now the hair is a little bit of a lighter brown, especially in natural daylight, than it was before, but didn't take not nearly as much as I hoped it would. So it kind of was like a waste, because I can't give you a tutorial on something that didn't work out, I guess you would say. So I went ahead and did the Got2B glued method. I kind of wanted to remind you how great that method is. I do use the black Got2B glued. I'll show you guys how it works with the yellow Got2B glued next, as well as the freeze spray from Got2B glued. And just so you can see, I'm lifting this up with all my might, and it's not moving one bit. And I was able to glue all the way around. So let's jump into that tutorial, and then I'll be back with my thoughts on this hair. So I'm going to be using the Got2B Ultra Glued, which is the black one, and then my Got2B freezing spray. I think it's called like the Blast freezing spray or something like that. I'll have both linked down below. So I pulled the wig back, and yes, I have a large forehead. If you've seen my children, they didn't get that forehead from nowhere. So the great thing about having a large forehead is that you can place your frontal wherever you want it to go. Here I did bring it up a little bit too far up, so bring it back a little bit. You don't have to tell me, I know it's a little bit too far up. I'm just going to place one layer of the Got2B Ultra Glue, the black Got2B glued, and then I'm going to use my blow dryer to kind of help it to get tacky a little bit faster. I don't want it to completely dry. I just want it to be a little bit tacky, so I did it on a cool setting. I felt it, and it was perfectly tacky where it wasn't really wet, but it wasn't really dry. So I'm going to go ahead and add a second coat. Most people will do 2 to 3 coats. Usually I'll do 2 coats, and as you can see, I'm just adding that second coat right on top of where I placed the first coat. Feel free to use like a Q-tip or something else, not your fingers, but if you do use your fingers, make sure they are clean. Now I'm going to use the blow dryer again just to help it, just for a few seconds. And now I'm going to place it on top. You can see when I pulled the frontal up that it was kind of sticky, so that is a great sign. Yes, I am pulling it up too far forward. PSA, it's too far forward, so bring it back a little bit on your own head. Also, right before I did this, I should have added the Blast, the freezing spray. I absolutely forgot. To be honest, I don't use the spray most of the time, but of course for you guys, I was going to show you that. It does help it to stick a little bit better, but it doesn't stick less in my opinion without it. But I will add some whenever it is time for me to do the baby hair. So I have been rocking this wig for almost 2 weeks. I really like this wig. So it was some pre-made baby hair in there, but I'm going to use my rat tail comb to kind of pull the baby hair forward, and kind of wherever there is glue, it kind of gets tacky right there. I like this method because it kind of makes the hair look coarse, so it kind of matches what my real hair would look like if I had baby hair out. Now I'm going to add that Blast freezing spray right there, and that's going to help to reinforce the wig and make sure that it does not slide back or move. And I'm just using that to kind of start the process of forming the baby hair. I've been wearing this hair in a middle part for the last week or 2, but I want to go ahead and utilize the frontal. This is the way the frontal came. I really didn't do much tweezing or plucking to it, so this is how it would come if you purchase it. Obviously I did cut the baby hair shorter, but just go ahead and make your hairline look like whatever you like your hairline to look like. It's very simple. So right now I was a little bit indecisive on what style I wanted to do. I was just going to continue the middle part, and so I like to open up the parting at the very tip, because that helps it to look a little bit more natural, and then tweeze out a little bit of that baby hair to thin it out a little bit. I am using the Got2B glued the black Got2B glued again to style the baby hair. If you don't want to put the Got2B glued down on your forehead, whenever I make my baby hair with the Got2B glued, I feel like it helps the lace to stay flat and stay down and not slide or move. But I decided I'm going to do a top knot bun as seen in the thumbnail, and pretty much section off the hair. This hair is very long, and I do find that because the hair is so long and so full, it's not as easy to work with as if the same hair was 20 inches or, you know, a normal short length. So do be advised that the longer the hair is, the harder it is to move it around, which you can see here. But I've worked with this company a million times. They have amazing, beautiful hair. Longer lengths are just a little bit more high maintenance. So I'm going to pull it up and put it into a high bun. I believe I did it off camera. The product that I'm adding to the hair is the Tresemme Moisturizing Conditioner. It comes in a 2-pack with the shampoo. It's always good to keep a cheapy moisturizing conditioner around because when you don't have your leave-in or your styling product, it works just as good. The only con is that maybe sometimes there will be a little bit of residue in the hair opposed to like a leave-in conditioner. I used regular conditioner as styling products in my natural hair and my weaves for years, and it worked just fine. As far as the outcome of the hair, it makes the hair look really beautiful and defined. So I just did a little twist and turned it into a little top knot bun. I did fix it off camera and kind of switch it up a little bit to make it look a little bit more neat. Now I'm going to work on the baby hair a little bit more. I did leave sideburns and they are very full, so I am going to go ahead and you know, trim them down and tweeze them really good to make them look a lot more natural, I guess I would say. Now check out the final results. So hopefully that was pretty self-explanatory. I do have better light now. I kind of booby-trapped my ring light to film this portion because I was not getting the love from the other two lights as I needed. So I wish I would have just tried this before. Hopefully my camera does not break in this process. But let me go ahead and zoom in. This is what the Got2B glued looks like. And if you see, I'm lifting up and nothing is moving. This method works beautifully and it helps me to get the perfect, flawless frontal because I'm able to lift it, flip it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, and whatever else I need to do on a day-to-day basis. And it kind of feels like you're working with your own hair because it's bonded down. And the pro to it is that this will not rip your hair out because basically you can just hop in the shower and let the edges get wet or use like a spray bottle and just get this wet and it's going to come right up. I will be showing you how to do the same thing with the yellow one in a few days. And when I show you the yellow one, I will tell you the pros and cons to the black one versus the yellow one. So make sure that you're subscribed, and then that way you will be able to see that. Also turn on your notifications so you won't miss that video at all. As far as the hair, it is a loose wave texture. I feel like this is some really beautiful hair, but again, it is 28 inches, which is super duper long. 28 inches on me goes down below my butt. So whenever I go and sit to use the bathroom, I kind of have to move it to the side. When I'm hanging out with the kids, I have to go ahead and put it in a bun or clip it up because it just gets in the way. Like, my daughter is learning how to crawl right now, so me being on the floor playing with her, like I end up like trampling on it, or if I pick her up, it's in the way. That's the only con, but if you don't have any kids, you know, it's really no problem. I have kids and it's no problem for me either because I'm still going to rock 28 inches till I'm too old to, if that's even a thing. But let's zoom back out. Let me show you guys what the hair looks like from the back. Because it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you won't miss any videos from me. I did style the remainder or the length of the hair off camera, and basically it was pretty self-explanatory. I used the same Tresemme conditioner that I was using in the video. Now, whenever you use a Tresemme or that moisturizing conditioner, it does make the hair feel a little bit not sticky, not necessarily weighed down, but you can tell that there is product on the hair. And you guys know I usually use my Sebastian Wet, and that is a little bit more of a weightless product, but I am out of it, so it pretty much works the same, but the Wet basically gives you more of a, how would I say, you feel it less on your hands, so to speak. So that's the only difference. But all I did was I added the Wet, and then I added a little bit of water. I wanted to get it damp, not soaking wet, and pretty much that's it. I kind of combed it out a little bit, and that was it. I didn't have to scrunch it or anything to get this texture, but of course if I wanted to get it more defined, I would just use my diffuser, and that would pretty much do the trick. I do notice that whenever you do longer bundles, like I've done loose wave so many times, and I feel like when you do 8 inches of loose wave, it looks a little bit more curly and defined, and then when you do 28 inches, because it is longer, it's definitely heavier, so it kind of helps, the weight kind of stretches the definition out a little bit, if that makes any sense. But nonetheless, it's still super defined. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. Leave a comment down below and let me know what tutorials you guys want to see. For me, this week I will be doing the Got2B glue method with the yellow Got2B glue. I just bought some Ghost Bond, so I'll be doing a frontal tutorial with the Ghost Bond. I'm going to order some Bold Hold because I want to do that one in like 2 weeks when the bond of the Ghost Bond wears off. I just did a Flexi Rod tutorial. I'm going to redo that one with curls. I'm going to do a pin curl tutorial, bangs with a frontal tutorial. I just have a lot coming for you guys. I have like a long list of really informational tutorials that I want to do for you guys, starting with this one. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure your notifications on, because it's about to get popping in 2018 with the Flawless Lace Experience. This is just the beginning. So don't forget to check out Alibele. I have all of the information in the description bar. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.